Hello everybody, focus your attention on that twirling car. That is the Nissan Skyline R34 GTR from Hot Wheels. And that is the model that many of you right now, here it being March 2017, are gobbling up at Walmart's. The new Fast and Furious set is out. We featured it here a few weeks ago. And my feeling was that the white Toyota Supra and the black Honda S2000 would be the most popular models in the set. And they have been very popular, but I think even more popular has been this R34 Skyline, which is surprising to me. It's an awesome car, but we have seen it before several times. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, and I'm going to showcase a couple of the previous versions. But first, as I pan out, I know that's a lot of stuff in the shot, but you can see that I've parked quite a few R34s. And I'm not going to walk through all of them, but the Hot Wheels R34 has been a very popular casting since it was released. Actually, when it was first released, probably not as much, but it has picked up steam ever since. But nothing's ever going to beat the first version. I think this is unofficially the Nismo version, right? I don't think they say it is, but considering the trim and how it was built, I would say that would be the Nismo version. And we see it in clean silver. That is by far the best version, in my opinion, with the 10 spokes. It was recolored that year in blue. And then there was a very distinct color shade variation as well, dark blue and light blue, as you can see right there. It was originally released with a plastic spoiler. That has since been switched. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but we've seen it in many colors, a lot of black colors. We've also seen it as a Walmart Zamac a few years ago, which has been real popular. People want that one. We've seen it in the, that Roadways, or that Highway series that was done a couple years ago that was also a Walmart exclusive. And we've seen it in the Fast and Furious line several times. Now, there's also this Need for Speed version from last year that a lot of people were really excited about. But, and then let's see, when was it? I think it was several versions in. It went from plastic spoiler to metal spoiler. We'll talk about that. Anyway, we've seen it in the Fast and Furious line. There were two iconic R34s, right, in Fast and Furious. I don't remember from which movie. I'm not an expert in Fast and Furious, but I do know that the silver version with this blue trim was one, and then there was also a straight blue version, very similar to this mainline release from a few years ago. And we are going to see the first replica of that blue car coming up in Hot Wheels Entertainment in a few months. I'll be previewing that here soon, I think. But we're going to get the first premium release of the R34, which is exciting. Dark blue with real riders and metal base. Anyway, this particular version right here, I'll point with my box opener, is the current release. And like I said, I was surprised to see it so popular, being the car that everybody wants, being on everybody's want list. I understand people want it. They want to complete the set. But this is the third release of this particular deco, and it's not the best one, which is surprising to me. So I'm going to have you look at that one while it's twirling around. I'm going to make a couple of notes. Number one, there's the side trim. There's the 10-spoke rims. There's the metal spoiler. And there is, like all R34s that Hot Wheels has done, and I'm assuming this is at request of Nissan, it has the taillights filled in. The Tampo is there for that iconic 4-eye tail light. I don't know what the word is for it. But notice the hood, and notice the hood is plain silver. We're going to go back a couple of batches of the Fast and Furious line. They've released a Fast and Furious batch every year. I think it was 2 batches ago. This Skyline was also in there. Now, start taking a look, and you start seeing some differences. Is it silver? Yes, but it's a little different. This one's a little brighter, more metallic, metal flake. This one is more of a flat silver. Side trim is there for sure. And as is Nissan's requirement, so is the rear Tampo. But if you look, it's a little more full on that one. The newer version has smaller Tampos. Now, I don't know if that's a big difference, but it's definitely a difference. And the spoiler is metal. Interior is the same, but the color is different, and it has that very cool hood stripe, and on the front grille, the same dual stripe running. So it's a better car, better looking version. Now we'll go back even one more to the very first time that Hot Wheels released the Fast and Furious line, and this one was in it. And this one, I think, is the better version entirely. Now, it is very similar to the, to the previous release with the stripe as well. Hood stripe, front grille stripe, 10-spoke wheels, side stripes. I'm going to move ahead, and the very full taillight tampo. But this one has that shorter black spoiler. Now, I can't remember if the real car had a black or silver spoiler. Maybe that makes it more realistic. But that one's pretty high. This one's pretty low. It seems to be better proportioned. But they had to move to the metal spoiler for cost reasons. And there you go. So there are 3 different versions. So if you are a big fan and you're gobbling up this one right now, I would say go to eBay, go to your friends, see who's got the previous versions, because if you want to have this one, I think it's worth having all 3, or at least one of these with the hood stripe, which is far more accurate. And when that entertainment one comes out in blue, I'm sure it's going to be very popular as well, and that's going to be something that you want to pick up. Now, and it's going to be very popular along with the others. A couple little things, too, about these releases. I don't remember which one, but you guys can fill me in. This particular one also had a variation with no hood stripe on the grill. It had the hood stripe, but had no front stripe on the grill. I remember having a couple of them. I think I ended up giving them away or selling them or something to friends back in the day, but that is something to look out for as well. If you want to be a completist on the R34, look for that blank grill, but the hood stripe. All right, guys, that's just a little clarification for you. There's a few R34s. If you're a fan, you got a lot of them to go for if you don't have them all. But I think it's worth it. It's an excellent, excellent casting. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.